Hello, welcome to our virtual back to school parent meeting. We will begin shortly. Upon entering the meeting, please mute your microphone. Presenting is Rachel Snyder, Principal of Benjamin Franklin, Sierra DeVille, Assistant Principal, Brittany Sanders, Dean of Engagement. Welcome. Please mute your microphones upon entering the meeting. The meeting is being recorded for families who cannot attend, and a copy of this recording will be placed on our website. If you have questions during the presentation, please place them in the chat. We will have a question-answer session at the end of the presentation, and questions will be answered in the chat as well. If you are calling in, please email brittany.sanders@clevelandmetroschools.org, and we will respond within 48 hours. Our priorities: maintaining the health, safety, and well-being of our scholars and staff. Exemplify excellence in learning and teaching, filled with joy and aligned to a coherent, unified core curriculum. Supporting our scholars, staff, and families as they adapt to new methods and rhythms of learning and teaching. Ensuring operational efficiency across the organization to encourage flexibility and financial health. Partnering with community organizations and leveraging local assets to more fully and equitably support our scholars and their families. To read the entire reopening plan, please visit www.clevelandmetroschools.org/reopeningcmsd. We are in this together. We are committed to maintaining the health, safety, and well-being of our students, families, and educators. We will support our scholars, families, and educators as we adapt to new methods and cycles of learning and teaching. We will provide regular communication about your scholars' progress. We will partner with community organizations to support our scholars and families. We are all learning to navigate this new normal and will continue to partner with you throughout the school year. Important contact information is listed on the slide. The main office and secretary's contact information, as well as principal, assistant principal, and dean of engagement. Please visit our school website at www.clevelandmetroschools.org/Franklin and follow us on social media. On Facebook, Benjamin Franklin Thunderbolts, on Instagram at Ben Franklin Thunderbolt, and Twitter at B Franklin Bolts. Other important numbers you might find useful: the district has set up a COVID-19 hotline. This can be reached at 216-838-WELL. Our rapid response hotline for social and emotional supports is 216-838-2273. Our IT computer support, 216-838-0440. Our multicultural and multilingual support, 216-838-0140. Our school choice and enrollment hotline, 216-838-3675, or visit choosecmsd.org. Our Family and Community Engagement Office, 216-838-3223. Our Special Education Office, 216-838-7733. Project ACT, Foster and Homeless Support, is 216-838-0210. And all other district-related supports can be accessed by calling 216-838-0000. Community resources available include United Way, which has a 24/7 confidential assistance, can be provided by dialing 211. 24-hour suicide hotline, 216-623-6888. Domestic violence hotline is 216-391-4357. And Ohio Mental Health Crisis Hotline can be accessed by texting 4HOPE to 741-741. Our school office hours and visitation procedures. The school office hours are 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 4 p.m. Please call to make an appointment prior to your visit. Visitors will complete COVID-19 health screenings and have their temperature checked prior to entering the building. Visitors should maintain social distance of approximately 6 feet. All visitors must wear a face mask. If you don't have a mask, one will be provided. Technology distribution. Technology requests can be made through the following links, available in both English and Spanish. All those requesting technology will be contacted by Benjamin Franklin staff in the next week to confirm a distribution time and method. Distribution of technology is tentatively scheduled to take place on Friday, September 4th. You will receive a phone call confirmation from Ben Franklin staff prior to making pickup arrangements. School supplies and other resources. CMSD has purchased remote learning kits, which will include school supplies and earbuds for your scholar to use the first 9 weeks of remote learning. You will be contacted when these items are available to be picked up from our school. Schoology is our remote learning platform. Schoology is an integrated learning management solution which provides course management, mobile learning, and support for communication. Schoology enables our scholars, parents, and teachers to engage with learning materials and their school community from the classroom and beyond. With Schoology, scholars can digitally submit homework assignments, review grades, participate in interactive discussions, receive announcements and feedback, take tests, write academic blogs, and more. As a parent, you will be able to view your child's activity and progress within the platform and communicate with teachers. Parents and students can access Schoology through the Clever Learning portal. Students can use their digital badge or username and password to log into the Clever Learning portal. Schools can assist students with their Clever username and password. Parents that do not have a Clever username and password will receive an email invitation sent to the email that you have on file at our school. Your invitation email will include a brief tutorial and a link to create a Clever account. If you did not receive an email or received an invitation but need help logging into Clever, please email cmsd.integration@clevelandmetroschools.org for assistance. Training and support resources will be available on CMSD's public website regarding how to access and use Schoology and other learning applications. Our standard remote learning school day will take place from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Students will have a formal class schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, students will participate in synchronous learning classes for up to 180 minutes per day. Asynchronous learning, such as homework or online independent work, for 160 to 180 minutes per day. Wednesdays will include family engagement, asynchronous learning, tutoring, office hours, small group instruction, and several other activities. Preschool will take place up to 90 minutes of synchronous and 80 minutes of asynchronous instructional learning. Supporting your scholars' remote learning. Get back into the routine of school. For example, making your bed, grooming, and dressing for school. School uniforms are not required for the first 9 weeks, but scholars should wear school-appropriate clothing during remote learning. Create a schedule with your child and make a commitment to stick with it. Structure and routine can greatly help your child from falling behind with assignments. Discuss your family's schedule and identify the best times for learning and instruction, as well as family-oriented physical activities such as walks outside. A family calendar or other visuals could be useful for keeping track of deadlines and assignments. Also, find a space in your home that's free of distractions, noise, and clutter for learning and doing homework. This could be a quiet, well-lit place in your dining room or living room, or a corner of your home that could fit a small table if available. Supporting your scholar's emotional wellness. Watch for behavior changes in your child. For example, excessive crying or irritation, excessive worrying or sadness, unhealthy eating or sleeping habits, or difficulty concentrating, which may be signs of your child struggling with stress and anxiety. Ask how your child is feeling and communicate that what they may be feeling is normal. Identify opportunities for your child to be physically active during virtual and at-home learning. Reach out to our school staff for support. The Family Care Plan. Over the next week, educators from our school will be calling families to assist you in a variety of ways. Those ways include selecting your meal service option, technology support, locations for remote learning for scholars who need a safe space during the school day, determining other areas where you may need support to make sure that you and your scholar are ready for remote learning. Meal distributions. Families have 2 meal service options to select from during the remote learning period. Meal pickup begins Tuesday, September 8th, 2020, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Scholars will receive a letter in the mail with a barcode they must bring to the meal site to pick up meals. If you do not receive your letter in the mail, we can print it for you. Families must select one option to follow during the 9-week remote learning period. Options are available for all students pre-K to 12, so the family will only have one pickup site for meal service. Option 1 for meal distribution is pick up 4 days during the week. Grab-and-go meal service will be available at all K-8 sites for breakfast and lunch distribution on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays, scholars will be given food for Tuesday and Wednesday. Option 2 is once a week pick-up grab-and-go meals. This is available at 17 high school sites for once-a-week service. All scholars and families can go to the closest school buildings to their homes. Selection options determined through the Family Care Plan with school staff are to be established with every scholar and family. Supports and resources available at our school. We partner with Horizon Education Centers for our before and after school program. They will be open during the day to provide care for school-aged children as well. For more information, please contact Caitlin Old at 216-584-5437. We also partner with Murtis Taylor for mental health services and counseling. If interested, please contact Julia Simmons at 216-281-7192. Please place your questions or comments in the chat. If you are participating by phone, please email your questions or comments to brittany.sanders@clevelandmetroschools.org. Thank you for participating in our virtual parent meeting. Have a great time. At this time, we'll open it up to any questions you may have. Based on some feelings that people shared, we know you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and it's a lot of information to take in at once. But we're here to help and assist in trying to answer any questions that you may have. If we don't have the answer to those, we will create a spreadsheet. We're going to have a fact sheet with questions and answers that we'll also be putting out on our website with the videos. So if you have any questions at this time or need any clarity on anything that was presented, please feel free to ask. So we have a question regarding, is kindergarten the same school time? And yes, kindergarten will be the same school hours from 8:30 to 3, and pre-K will be as well. Well, actually pre-K, let me get to that in just a minute. Kindergarten is the same, 8:30 to 3. Within that time frame, you will be getting a schedule next week from the teacher as far as the times that students will need to be online and meeting with the teacher. So there's some flexibility in when they will be completing online activities, and there's times when they will be meeting with the teacher as well. Those lessons or meetings with the teachers will also be recorded. So if students may miss them, they will be recorded and placed in our Schoology accounts that have been created for students. And so one of the things we're going to spend some time on the first week is showing students where they can find those lessons. Once we get parents logged into the system, we can show parents where to find those lessons as well. So pre-K is within the same times, but we have divided pre-K up into AM and PM sessions. And so scholars that have enrolled in either pre-K class, they will be going for either an AM session or a PM session. So if you did not make a choice upon enrollment, one of our pre-K teachers will be reaching out to you with a preference on whether you would like to have your child attend in the AM or the PM. So you do have that option with a little more flexibility in order to make that determination. So we have a question, are these Schoology accounts and applications easy to use? Many parents I know work full-time during the day and have siblings at home. I understand that. I'm in the same situation. So they are easy to use. One of the reasons we are using Schoology is because it connects with all our other accounts. And so students will not have to remember, for example, like 3 different logins for different programs. So it's all contained in one place. So next week you'll be getting login information. We actually use a system called Clever, which will contain everything that the student needs to access. So anything they need to access, they'll have one username and password. I even tried it with my children's account. Once, as the parent, if you go in and log them in, you can save the password and the username, so that way it's there and they can just click to access everything. But teachers will be spending probably the first week walking students through on how to conduct that. I also know that some of our kindergarten teachers plan to be available during meal pickups. If for some reason you might need a paper pencil packet, or some other materials, if that's difficult to manage, especially at the beginning. But we are going to work through that, and we're trying to make it as simplistic as possible for kids to get into the materials that they need online. So we're planning technology pickups tentatively September 4th. It depends on our delivery date. So once we have that exact confirmation, we'll contact people. If during the workday hours does not work, we can speak to you individually and make some sort of arrangements to either have it dropped off or make arrangements that are more convenient for those who work during the day. So just let us know when you receive your confirmation, if there's special circumstances that we should be aware of to get that to you. Any other questions or concerns you may have? So the teachers right now, they are making calls. They started yesterday, so we have a pretty extensive list for the family care plans. You should expect to hear from your child's individual teacher next week. So right now we are having one staff member call entire families to gather information for the family care plans and meal distributions. Individual teachers are expected to start making phone calls and contacts next week. Yes, there will be recordings for all grade levels for online learning. So those will be posted. The teachers will be sharing them. So if, for example, you work during the day and need to go back and have your student access them, they will be available for all grades. The times that meals are distributed is Monday through Thursday. I'm sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There's a time slot between 10:30 and 2. So those are drop-in times. You can show up anytime between those hours to pick up their meals. So it's open, there's no set time. If you're able to get there at 11:30 or 1:30, you can do that. The link, if anyone needs to request any technology, the link is in the chat box as well that you could click on in order to access the survey for technology. All right, I thank you for participating this morning. If you have any follow-up questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to our office or one of our staff members. We would be happy to
try to meet any of the needs you have or answer any of the questions that you may have. So I appreciate you taking time out of your morning to participate, and we are looking forward to a great school year. And again, teachers will be following up next week with individual families of students. Thank you and have a great day.